What's up, y'all? It's your boy Bz, and I was gonna do a reading, but I think that this is gonna be more so of a channeling. So I was really getting, um, I was really getting, and I just woke up, but it still look good. Okay, let me stop. Um, so I got this channel message of understanding the vessel, but at first I only heard like understanding, and then like I kept going between like understanding life and then understanding choices or decisions. And so I feel like the message that it is, a lot of people now are actually starting to understand their vessel, meaning like they're understanding like the nature of their body, like what your body be wanting versus like what your heart or your actual like soul be wanting. So you're starting to become more aware of the fact that, you know, your ego is kind of like the body and your heart is the soul, which is kind of always how it's been. But you know, sometimes like not everyone knows that, and so we have to put that out there for people to have understanding of it. Um, but yeah, your ego is like the body. So why do you think a lot of times like when it's certain things that tempt the body, or like if it's certain things that like will please the body or excite your vessel, you tend to give into it, even if it's something that's not good. And that's because it's a part of the nature for the body to act out of that ego state or act out of that state of um like there's no like consequences, or there's no like repercussions, like no understanding of the karma, no understanding of the actions that the vessel takes and the consequences. I feel like over time, the more and more that you do make, bad choices or bad decisions, or, you take negative actions, I feel like, yeah, you see the consequences. And essentially, when you see those consequences, like you're supposed to feel it so bad that it affects you in a way that makes you stop doing it. But sometimes, like, we have to go through those cycles time and time again because it's not something that we can easily grasp. And then sometimes that's the karma, being in the cycle of whatever it is that we're dealing with, until we finally get to that point, our breaking point, where, we don't want to be that way anymore. We don't want to be the same. So the universe is very crazy with how it handles and deals with things that our vessel tends to does. Because at the end of the day, we all got souls. It's just about, everybody tapping into it. And it's not, and that has to be everybody's personal choice. Like, it's a lot of people I know personally that like are on that journey, and I could tell it's more like natural for them. And then like I could tell from the ones where it's just like they're just trying to jump on the bandwagon of like, oh, spiritual, right? Well, like they're not doing any of the work to actually like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing no shadow work, you're not doing no healing, like you're not really tapping in with anything. You just kind of like, I don't know, bro. Like, and I ain't trying to get on nobody's ass, but at the same time, it's like, if you know that you're not, if you know that you're really not, really tapped in like that, but you be faking it, and then like just be doing the shit for money, bro. Like, fuck you on God for real, because there's actually people out here who really can help people with messages and help people with actually, what I'm saying, getting confirmations for shit and like helping them with where they at. And there's a lot of other people that be telling people what they want to hear so they can just get money in their pocket. And like that's why I'll be telling people like I ain't gonna never I'm never like that type of person that's just like I'm gonna tell you what the fuck you need to hear. And even that's the truth. Like, I'm getting on this hoe now and I'm being honest, like it's motherfucking fake spiritualists out there, dead ass. Like, and people could keep acting like they can trust everybody that's spiritual, but you can't, bro. That's why you gotta tap into your intuition so that you can really get a feel for some shit. Like, I remember this one time, man, and I'm gonna tell you about this because I feel like this is like a key thing to kind of like be aware of. So boom, right? So I was in a situation where I was in like this group thing, and it was like a whole bunch of like spiritual people, whatever, right? And so basically, like, they was trying to like create this fucking thing where it was like, um, what was they basically trying? Like they was trying to create a team where all these people would basically be a part of like this fucking other reality or some shit that they was in or whatever. And like, I've always kind of been the type of person like okay, since I've never really been too much in like the group setting of like group friends and shit like that. So it's easy for my vessel to be like, ooh, I want to be a part of that, like, cause it's other people, they do what I do, like I want to be a part of that. But then I remember I had this feeling where like basically like one of the people tried to kind of like tell me how I wasn't like at a certain status. And it's like intuitively when you really tapped in with yourself and you really grounded and you connected with your shit, like no one can really tell you like who you are, what status you're at. Like your vibration and you know where the fuck you at. Like you probably higher than they are, but they just want to do it. They want to just say that you're not at a certain point because it's a control thing for them to be like, oh yeah, let me control them and like bring them down to this point and make them not see themselves. Like, and I'm the type of person like I pick up on that shit easy. So when I picked up on that shit, my whole thing was like, I remember telling myself like, bro, I don't even need to fucking be in a group shit to do me, to do what I do. Like, yeah, the physical body, this vessel low-key want to be around a whole bunch of people and be in all these young groups and shit. But in the end of the day, it's like my soul knows that like I do better alone. And it was like when I had that realization, that was my intuition telling me like, bro, fuck that situation. Like, and I remember like literally like right after throat chakra, literally right after I had that conversation with myself, I remember I had looked in the group thing, and I guess they had like kicked me out from the thing. And I was just like, shit, oh well, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was already making that decision to be like, fuck it, I ain't with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like some time down the line that I found out that like the person that it was like, they basically had like some type of shit attached to them because like they was like trying to connect with like certain like deities and like entities and shit, and they had shit on them. Luckily, your boy wasn't affected because, like I said, with being the fucking light, the dark have an understanding. And even if they do try that shit, it's like, bro, like, y'all could come with that shit. A nigga not scared. Like, come do what you gotta do, bro. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And we still gonna help fucking people sin. We're still gonna help people fucking heal. So you can do whatever the fuck you need to do to feel like you special. Because at the end of the day, it's like, we already know who winning. But we'll let y'all rack up y'all karma for, like, doing what y'all do. So, shit, keep doing y'all, though. Keep doing y'all, and I'm keep doing me. But we have a respectful understanding of, like, what we do. So, don't cross that fucking line. And we'll have understanding. But like I was saying, but in that moment, I had to become aware of what my vessel wanted. So, yeah, my vessel wanted to be a crowd with, like, a group of people because, like, it wants to be around people, like, that natural Gemini thing, right? But my soul knows, like, but that won't be good for you, though, because at the end of the day, like, you're going to be trying to follow what they tell you. And, like, let's say what they're saying is actually not, like, good for your vibration. Then why the fuck would you continue to do it? So it's becoming aware of not only, like, what your vessel wants, but also become aware of, like, how these things can affect you in the long run. Because I feel like a lot of times we don't talk about that. Like, people don't talk about, like, how making certain choices or being around certain people can actually hinder your progress and your process. Like, and people think that should be, like, no. There's been so many videos, so many people who are literally, explaining their experiences and how they don't really fuck with people because people are not honest, not true, not woo. So it's like when you do find those people that are actually genuine like that, you gotta like make sure and that you become aware that your vessel does not get compromised to a point where you tend to act negatively towards or against that person, because it can tend to happen. 313. 4. Break down to 3, that's 7. So I ain't got my computer right now, so I definitely will look it up. Like I was saying, like, they really do tend to try to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, put you in that position to where you feel like you shouldn't trust your intuition. And I went through that whole shit, bro, like, before. And so that's how I know when I see other people who are going through this shit where it's like people are, like, people are basically fucking telling them things that are not actually accurate or true, and then it's like it's going against what their intuition feels like. Let's say their intuition could be telling them like, no, this is the way, this is the answer, this is the, you know what I'm saying, but then that other person come through with some type of quote unquote knowledge, because that's the thing, not all knowledge is good knowledge. You got to understand that. Like, yeah, they have a quote bad knowledge too, but that's for their lane, right? But when certain people take those means of things that are not their lane into things that are not their lane, like they start to tend to try to do shit that is not in their lane. And when you're doing shit that's not your lane, you will see that the results are not what you expected, because you're using an energy that is not divinely yours. So when people be trying to tap in and steal people energy, and I'm getting on all of today, when people try to tap in and steal people energy, bro, it's like at the end of the day, like, you don't know who the fuck then put a spell on themselves, or who them fucking who got protection with them, that literally say like, if somebody tries to take your divine shit, we're coming after their ass. Like, oh god. And niggas just be doing anything, bro. And it ain't even just the dudes, bro. It be the females too. Like, I ain't even gonna sit here and cap and just make it seem like it's just the dudes. Like, mainly it's the females that be like the crazy wizard or witches and shit. They be trying to do spells and shit on people. Like, and I'm not trying to scare nobody out there, but like, we gotta be honest. Like, this shit's out there. Like, y'all know this shit's out there, but it's about becoming aware of it. Becoming aware that the shit is definitely out there. And so it's like, when you start tapping into people that are into those things, you got to be aware of how you dealing with certain people, how you handling certain situations. Because the thing is, like, it's easy to get manipulated off a spell, bro. Like, I was telling one of my friends too. Well, I told them actually a long time ago before it actually happened. But basically, it's like, it's basically like when, it's basically called like, so it's like a type of sex magic, but it can also not be really like, well, fuck it. It kind of really is like sex magic, though, if you really think about it. It's like the sex magic to like keep a person like stuck to them or with them and shit. And basically you would like fuck them on the PERIOD, I think that's how you spell it. Yeah. You'll fuck them on that hoe. And so like what that would do is like the blood from the thing would like kind of be like that thing that would make them be like become obsessed, or like make them become like stuck to the situation. And you know, you got to be aware of shit like that, because a lot of people just think that that's just like, and that's the thing, like, you could see, that's the thing, bro. People are not at that level of awareness to where they look at that shit and be like, you know, because partly people don't even know the knowledge of that, meaning like the knowledge of like why someone would do that, you know. And then it's the other part of it, which is more so the ego part, which is just like trying to satisfy yourself, satisfying your craving, right? And not having that control of being able to actually like not just jump into some shit because you really, really want it, you know? It's like, you know, we really got to learn patience on this journey, because it's going to be a lot of shit that is going to be tempting to want to indulge in. But how are you going to let your vessel control that, though? That's the thing. Because, see, everybody thinking like, oh, the spiritual people are crazy. All right, we'll see when motherfuckers are actually making decisions from their soul and not their body. That's going to be the real test of the T. And that's going to be the real throat chakra. They don't want me to get it out. That's going to be the real thing that motherfuckers are going to be having to understand, and they are not going to be able to understand. Like, I hope y'all figure it out. Like, I don't know, but that was all that I had, y'all. I just wanted to come on and channel that channel message that I got from Source, and I hope y'all have a lovely day. It's a little cloudy out today, but I think it'll be a little sunny later. Shit, it's already like 3, so I guess all it's gonna get. I will catch y'all on the next live or the next video, and I hope that y'all be safe. I pray that y'all are like finding solutions to y'all problems right now around this time. also blessed that y'all are just also keeping yourself focused on your goals. Cause that's kind of crazy. Cause the one I was gonna do was I was gonna say understanding your goals. That was also gonna be one of the things. But the main one I had got was understanding the vessel. But I guess that could be a part of it too. I think I did touch on that a little bit in there. But if I didn't, then understanding your goals, basically getting to a point of understanding like what it is, like the goals that you have for yourself, understanding like what it looks like to get to those goals, meaning like understanding your goals, understanding what it's going to take, what time it's going to take, what energy are you going to have to invest into making these goals come true, you know? And it could be things that you want to manifest. Like, you still have to put the work in to manifest whatever it is you want to manifest. You can't just say like, damn, I want this to happen. No, you kind of got to start taking that action to like making all that happen. And I'm even understanding that now with the little things that I'm trying to manifest for myself, which I know are coming in because I am attracting them and they are flowing into my life abundantly. And it's not just because I'm saying it, it's because I actually feel it. You should have that smile on your face when you're trying to manifest certain things, because that's the energy it is. You're not just trying to manifest it just to be able to have it. Because then that's where you're going to see, like, yo, you trying to manifest some shit to have, but then the shit that you manifest to have don't even have no meaning. Or it don't, like, you didn't specify what you really, really desire to want. So now you're getting things that are taking up space that don't really have no meaning. And I just talked about this in a reading I did like 2 days ago. Like, stop trying to add value to stuff that don't have no meaning. Meaning, like, stop trying to make something mean something when it's already apparent and you've been shown that it ain't what it means, you know? But that's all I have for y'all, though. Like I said, I hope everybody's doing good today. Have a good day. Like, I'm probably finna get up. I'll probably do another message a little later if I take a break. Because that was a lot of energy out of the channel. And trying to see if there's anything else. Because I touched on, my allergies. Ooh. Yeah, y'all. If y'all allergies are fucking up with y'all, look into herbs. I can't think of them hoes off the top of my head, but look into herbs that can help with like congestion or like allergies. Because like my stuff definitely started. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to get off y'all because my allergies start acting up. But it's your boy Bz, and we'll catch y'all on the next video for sure.